Today on Game Rant, a popular Nintendo program returns, Sucker Punch shows interest in bringing back Infamous, the Assassin's Creed show is finally moving forward, and Final Fantasy XIV fans are threatening to boycott? It's Friday, July 18th, and this is the news in gaming. Nintendo's reviving its Switch Online Playtest Program starting July 28th through August 10th. Running on a first-come, first-served basis, the playtest will apply to both Switch and Switch 2 owners, provided they are expansion pack subscribers, 18+, and live in select countries. That may seem like a lot of requirements, but Nintendo is anticipating a much bigger influx, with 40,000 available slots for participants, 4 times the player count of last year. Details are available on Nintendo's website, and you have between today at 3 p.m. Pacific and Monday the 21st at 8 a.m. to sign up. Nate Fox, the creative director behind the upcoming Ghost of Yotei at Sucker Punch Studios, teased big news for fans of the long-dormant Infamous series, stating in a Game Informer interview that "I would love to work on more Infamous. I would love to see a trilogy re-release, but Sucker Punch is a one-game-at-a-time shop, and right now we are very focused on finishing Ghost of Yotei." A remaster would certainly help gauge public interest for the Sony-exclusive series, which has been quiet for over a decade. But as he mentioned, the company has their hands full with the upcoming Ghost of Yotei, including recent changes to the series' combat mechanics that replaces Ghost of Tsushima's combat stances with unique weapons, each with their own use cases in battle. Nate also confirmed that firearms will be added to the entry, but will serve a limited role as to keep the focus on close-quarters combat. Final Fantasy XIV players are up in arms over the game's recent 7.3 patch, which features a new set of dungeon gear at the center of this controversy. While the update promises a dramatic conclusion to the Dawn Trail storyline, fans have become notably upset with the armor taking heavily inspiration from the era of Spanish conquistadors. While that in itself may not be an issue, the fact that the cosmetics are tied to the current adventure taking place in the Central and South American-inspired region has longtime players reeling. Given Spain's real history in colonizing the source of inspiration for these regions, fans feel the inclusion of this gear is incredibly tone-deaf, with many threatening to boycott the game until it is taken down. Square Enix has yet to comment on the reaction of its user base, but this is far from the first time their creative liberties have offended, with equally tone-deaf decisions surrounding Korean-inspired attire in Stormblood and the far northern attire that was released in 2023. And now it's time for a quick news blast. Netflix has officially greenlit a live-action Assassin's Creed series with showrunners from Halo and Westworld attached to bring the franchise to life. This is the first formal confirmation of the series actually happening since the Netflix-Ubisoft partnership was announced in 2020. GTA 5 is finally available in the UAE and Saudi Arabia, 12 years after it initially released. And you thought the wait for 6 was bad. It has been given a 21+ rating and should only help the game's sales further, having hit a lifetime sales record of 215 million copies earlier this year. Cyberpunk's 2.3 update will now be available on the Switch 2, which comes as a surprise to fans who were told by CD Projekt Red that this particular version would not get a patch anytime soon. This includes auto drive alongside 4 additional vehicles for players to help V make their way around Night City. And finally, reports indicate that we may be getting a new FromSoftware game by 2026. Allegedly in development and codenamed FMC, it appears to be a multi-platform game, with fans speculating either a Dark Souls 2 remaster or an entry in the Armored Core franchise, as both series also had codenames that begin with F. And that rounds up today's news. On the fence about getting Donkey Kong Bonanza this weekend? Then why not check out Christian Buckley's review roundup to see what people are saying about Nintendo's next big game? And for the latest news and reviews, stay tuned to Game Rant.